The reason why this person asked that was because I've been doing this Facebook Live every morning and every evening. Every morning 6:45 a.m., every evening at 6:45 p.m. every day for the past 34 days. And I have the intention to do this at least for the next how many 65 days remaining, and I expect myself to get better and better at doing it. However, right now people are wondering, like, Felix, how do you get that perseverance? Well, to answer that question, let's take a look at what perseverance is. Perseverance, in my dictionary, is a certain kind of attitude, is a certain kind of energy that we put out in the face of internal resistance. Why do I say internal resistance? Well, it is an internal resistance to do certain things, isn't it not? Basically, there's something that we want to do, but it is not entirely pleasurable to do it, nor is it entirely enjoyable to do it, but we do it anyway. And we can do it once and or twice or three times, but eventually it becomes quite tedious. It becomes difficult, and after initial excitement wears off, we find ourselves relying onto this very, very limited pool of willpower. And once that willpower runs off, our mind will start to create all kinds of excuses, all kinds of reasons, logical reasons as to why we should stop. One good example is this morning, as I was just doing my meditation, I can totally feel my mind telling me, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything much. Maybe I've outgrown this meditation. And every time I come in here, it's like one person watching, two person watching, 4% maximum. Maybe it is not working. Maybe it is not really, maybe it is not really gaining any traction. So my mind is starting to tell me things, giving me reasons as to why I should stop, why there's no point to continue. So that is the reason why, and that is basically why, as we go on, we find it more and more difficult to continue. In NLP the NLP course that I just recently attended, we talked a little bit about conflict resolution. And why are people upset? People are upset, supposedly, according to three conditions. The first condition would be a mismatch expectation, meaning I expect this, but I get this. In the case of meditation, it could be that I expect myself to become peaceful and calm over here, but what I actually get is something else. The second condition for why people become upset would be unfulfilled communication, meaning there are things that I want to say or I want to communicate, but due to whatever conditions whatsoever, maybe there's no time, maybe the other person isn't listening, I didn't get to communicate what I want to convey. And finally, thwarted intention, in a sense where I have an intention to do this, but somebody else comes in and get in the way of me doing this. And sometimes that person doesn't have to be other people, it can be myself. So that would be thwarted intention. Because very often we get into our own way, right? So the way to overcome this thing and to develop this level of perseverance so that we can accomplish any objective is actually pretty simple. We just need to want what we're doing. We just need to want what we're doing. And what I mean by that is that right now, when I am doing this meditation and doing this Facebook Live and all these things, it's not easy. Honestly speaking, it's not easy to keep doing this day after day. But the reason why I do this is not because I am attached to any form of results. It is not because I want to have a lot of subscribers. I mean, I do want, but it is not. That is besides the point. If I want to get a lot of subscribers, I think it would be much more useful for me to create amazing videos and whatnot. But the reason why to do this is so that it is a structure. It is a structure for myself to allow myself to learn how to be vulnerable, to learn how to be, how to share, to learn how to be fluent, to learn how to be congruent, and honestly, to learn how to flow in a live setting, in a live stream, being able to become articulate. And the only way I can accomplish all of that is through training. This is training. The morning meditation with Isha Kriya, I am not the body, I am not even the mind, is a train as well. It's training so that I disassociate myself from what is me and what is mine, and what is mine and what is not mine. And it is only when we have those kind of stuff, right? Or rather, when I have the ability, what is mine, what is not mine, I separate that. I dissolve that a little bit. That difference, I dissolve it a little bit. What is me? What is my body? What is my mind? I dissolve it a little bit. And it is only if I can dissolve this a little bit, I'll be much more open to more things in life. Because the only thing that triggers me is if my identity gets threatened. And when I say my identity gets threatened, I'm talking about what is it that I attach my identity to? Do I attach my identity as a YouTuber, as a streamer? Do I attach my identity as a coach, as a mentor? Do I attach my identity based on how intelligent I am, or how much money am I making? Or who I have in my life, or my role in my life, or my job, my profession? And if I can just completely disassociate from all of that, that would be end of suffering. No matter what happens in my life, I would not suffer. So a simple way to overcome this upset, mismatch expectation, unfulfilled communication, and thwarted intention is to simply want the process. Want the process instead of wanting the outcome. So that is how I developed this perseverance, so-called, to do what I do. And I think that if those of you who are listening, if you guys are listening and you guys use this, you'll find that you're able to do this for every area of your life. rather than coming up with goals and getting attached to the goals and beating myself up if I don't achieve the goal. Let me just find the process that has the highest chance of achieving the goal and just work on that. And just accepting it, being willing to go through the process, not being attached to any goal, accepting it the way it is, not being attached to any goal, being in love with the process and being at peace with the process. And if we can do that, that would be the end of perseverance. There is no need for perseverance. There is no need for willpower. There is no need for motivation. None of those things, all of those things are finite, and we don't need any of it. If we can do just this, we will tap into the power, a deep, deep power of what we really are. And we'll be able to carry that on indefinitely. That's what I feel like sharing today. As promised a couple of days ago, today I will not be doing the journaling process. I thank you guys for your time. Say something, comment something so I know you're listening. Drop a like, share a little bit about yourself. I will be much more happier if we can have a dialogue or conversation going. In the meantime, I shall see you guys again tonight at 6:45 p.m. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy, stay true.